Hola, amigo, and welcome to the Reliables here on the Zombie Orpheus Entertainment channel on Twitch. Brought to you in partnership with Pinnacle Entertainment, makers of the Savage World game system. The Reliables is an interactive experience where you, the audience, have an influence on the story and the show. And here to tell you a little bit about that is Helen Roundhill. Helen, you want to tell us a little bit about how they can affect the show?
Oh my gosh, I really would love to. Okay, so at the top of the store, if you're looking at it, it says shout out. If you want to say something to us, like how cute I am today, you can buy one of those and you can shout at us. All right, or if you want to give us suggestions that we'll actually see and listen to, also a good way to do it. All right, a Benny saved is a Benny earned. You can buy us a Benny. Bennies can get us soap rolls so that we don't die. They can have us re-roll so that we don't die. Any number of things. We can grab another card so that we don't die. Conversely, there's Jam the Works. If you want us to die, you can buy one. That's a Benny for James, which is such a great idea. You should totally do that. Anyway.
Thanks for the endorsement.
Anytime, Screw. Personality reorder. You can move us on our personality slider. You can send us closer to me because I'm wonderful, or closer to something else because they're okay, I guess. Let's see, win, lose, or draw. We get to draw 2 cards. That's right, 2 cards, and then we get to choose which one we would rather. So if I wanted somebody to fight my battles for me, I could absolutely draw 2 cards and then pick the lower of the 2 so I don't actually have to fight anybody. All right, so Shocker on Shock Street is not what you think it is if you're a teenage boy. It is, in fact, a way to system shock everybody and move their personalities at random. Super fun. Although, no, I'll keep that to myself. All right, Dance Magic Dance. You get to make us dance. If you want to see all the sweet moves that we have, that is the way. Story time. If you want to find out more about a character's past, backstory, all of that, for instance,
be more enthusiastic to prevent hashtag jamming up the works. Thanks, Helen.
Wow. Cool. You guys are amazing and I love you so much. That was a great choice. Anyway, if you want to find out more about our sordid past, you can buy us story time and then we will stop absolutely everything and tell you all about our history. Neat. Amazing. Again, love that. A reliable source. If you want to find out what our avatar is thinking in the moment, for instance, if somebody critical fails once again and doesn't shapeshift, you get to ask them how frustrated they are about that. I can't think of who it would be though, so.
Hashtag jam Helen convinced me with her sales.
You guys are amazing. Oh my god. Please do that more.
I like how she says the word amazing, but it sounds like assholes.
Let's see. Getting an education. So if you really want us to die, and it really sounds like you do today, you can buy our enemies an edge. Isn't that nice? Oh my gosh. you should definitely spend your money on that one rather than this one, which is actually cool. In fact, it's called the Rule of Cool. Physics be damned. We get to do whatever we want and you get to vote on it. If we win, it automatically succeeds. If we lose, well, we still have to try at a penalty of however much James comes up with in his wormy little brain. And then finally, there's a hack attack, and that's for you. That's just for you, friends. You get to do pretty much anything, right? If you want us to rap battle, personal favorite. If you want to bring a character back from the dead, maybe, I don't know. Can they do that? They can do that. You can do it with a hack attack. All right, I think that's pretty much everything. But you can keep staring at me if you like.
Thank you.
Now we're all doing it. Chris.
Yeah, we're all doing that now. Hey, since you got to see Helen there, how about actually take the time to formally introduce you to our cast? We're going to start with Elise Moore, who is Ranger Rhonda Riddenhauer, the last Space Ranger, protector of the innocent, instrument of justice, and best Human Shield merit badge holder. Rhonda does her best to always do what is right, just, and true. Rhonda joined the team to make a difference in the universe. Christian Doyle is Jonah Mox, a low-down, no-good varmint, a shape changer too, the last of his species, and some damn fool paroled into the team. And when he's not stealing anything that isn't bolted down, he's causing some other kind of trouble. It's best that you keep your eye on him. Xander Layden is Paul, pretty much a walking, talking boulder. Damn smart, too. Let's hope his curious nature doesn't get the team into too much trouble. Paul joined the team for a chance to learn and explore the secrets of the universe, and has proved invaluable in getting them out of more than a few scrapes. Helen Roundhill is Princess Hedgehog, Goblin royalty, though also the last goblin from their dimension. The poor thing. Still, they managed to keep smiling through it all and be the center of attention just about all the time. It helps that they've got magic and know how to use it. Together, they are the Reliables, making the universe a better place, one mistake at a time. Before we get started, we're going to tell you a little bit about the Savage Worlds game system, and that's what we use in this show. Christian, you mind talking about that a little bit?
Well, I mean, I don't mind talking about it, but I would feel more comfortable talking about it if there was a camera pointed at me. Is that something we can do? Did
Why
you hire
don't
Leo
you
back?
talk
Is that what's
about
going
it,
on?
and James will mouth it.
Oh, yes,
And
okay,
he-
James will mouth it as I talk about it. That sounds fine. Yes, we are playing the Savage Worlds Adventure Edition from Pinnacle Entertainment Group. It is a fantastic role-playing game that is kind of world-agnostic, meaning you can play it in just about any setting that you can think of, and the rules support it being played in all of those various settings. One of the things that we do here on the Reliables is we explore the settings that are available to us through this fantastic game. This week and the next 2 weeks for our season finale, we are going to be going through Deadlands, the original Savage World system, the thing that really inspired the whole thing. It's a kind of an awesome, very magic in the Old West kind of thing, alternate history, lots of undead, scary deals with the devil. It's an amazing system, and I think you're really going to like it. A little bit about how it works. Everybody has attributes, which are their physical and mental abilities, and their skills, which are the things that they know how to do. Their ability in those is represented by die types, 4 being the smallest, 12 being the largest, and plus 1 or 2 bonuses being added on after that to denote your kind of superhuman accuracy. What we do when we are rolling is we take the die type of the skill we are using and a wild die. We roll those and hope for a 4 or better on a normal difficulty roll. It's not as easy as it sounds, and the wild die definitely helps a lot. Also, if we hit the highest number on that die, it does something called acing, which means we get to add it after we roll it again to the number that we roll, and it can continue to ace throughout into eternity, causing millions and millions of points in damage if we...
James Hat and Vest
right.
game too strong. I must support such sartorial beneficence, especially when I know everyone else has costume game stronger than this hashtag edgelord.
He hasn't,
Wow.
hasn't even seen us get dressed yet, Merc. Come on, we're still in our base forms before the big reveal happens. Cut us a little slack, would ya? All right. For initiative in this game, what we do is we deal cards, just like these ones. Basically, the highest card is the person that goes first. If you get a joker, everybody gets a Benny, and that person gets to choose when they go and put themselves or someone else on the sliders wherever they happen to be. Also in this game, what we do that is a little bit different is that characters that use magic don't get to replenish their power points the way they normally do, and instead have to play a game of poker with the devil himself to see if things work out.
Oh, great.
And that, in a nutshell, is Savage Worlds and Deadlands. Let's play.
Thank you so much, Christian. So, in this episode, we are also using avatars. Now, what, pray tell, is an avatar? Well, they're persons of significance who will share their body with the mind and soul of a pilot. In this case, the Reliables. Now, who's in charge at any given moment can shift from pilot to avatar to in between. And you'll see a slider on the screen that represents this. When it's all the way over on the side that says A right there, that's for avatar, and the avatar's in charge. When it's on the other side that says P there, that means the pilot is in charge. And if it's in the middle, it's a nice little mix of both. This also determines which character sheet that they get to use. In the middle, they have access to both, but they suffer a penalty. On one of the other sides, no penalties, but they can only use that character's sheet. Now, they can move themselves on that slider with their bennies that they have there. The system shot can move them. You can move them with the personality reorder. And of course, as Christian just pointed out, if somebody draws the Joker, they can put anybody at the table anywhere they feel like on that slider. Now, being as we are going into a new dimension with new avatars today, they're going to be starting all the way over fully in avatars. So you have a chance to get to know these avatars. But where are they? And why are they there? Well, those disreputable, dastardly, galvanic collective boys are at it again. This time in the dimension known as Deadlands, the Weird West. They're out to get their hands on magic for their own nefarious reasons. And the Reliables are here to put a stop to them. So they hopped into those trusty metapods of theirs and, well, found themselves in a serious fix with things as hot as a whorehouse on nickel night. Let's take a moment to meet these avatars before I give you the whole kit and caboodle. Ranger Rhonda is piloting Coyote McCloud. That's right, the famous outlaw herself. Fought in the war, expert scout, damn good with a shooting iron or a horse. McCloud has a knack for getting herself and those around her into a heap of trouble. She once ran the meanest, nastiest, most feared group of outlaws in the West before things took a bad turn when they had a run-in with the Army in Arizona Territory. But now she's got herself a plan, and one hell of a score. All she's got to do is convince 3 of her former posse to saddle up one more time, which, considering some might prefer shooting each other to talking to each other, might not be the best approach.
Hashtag hack attack. If the costume game is strong enough, I promise pennies when they are most helpful.
But Coyote has always had more guts than brains, and she's got plenty of both. Jonah Mox is piloting Beaumont Morningstar, Card Sharp, Gun Hand, Alcoholic, and Hex Slinger. That's gun magic for you tenderfoots. The same gun magic used by Doc Holliday before he went to the Bowen Orchard. Beaumont used to be pretty close with one of the other ones of McCloud's gang, but his nature of always saying they were just partners and his penchant for keeping his feelings to himself soured that one years ago. And the old fool ain't been the same since. Some folks say he made a deal with the devil, but old Beaumont would tell you the two, they're just fast friends. Paul is Doc Vandal. Pretty much the meanest, nastiest curly wolf to ever ride with McCloud. Part mad scientist and part plain mad. Doc has a penchant for ingesting just about anything known to have an effect on the body or mind, and a hobby of performing some awfully questionable experiments. Doc was certain after things went south in Arizona that one of the gang turned rattlesnake and caused the whole thing, and he's still madder than hell about it. You could say Doc's a psychopath, I just wouldn't say it to his face. Big, mean, tough, smart, you'd best step aside when he comes to town. Princess Hedgehog is Shane Masters, the Chi Master. That's right, that fancy Chinese kung fu. They ain't met a man, woman, or a beast they couldn't whoop in a scuffle. Shane has a permanent chip on their shoulder, too, known to take offense at just about anything. Shane and Beaumont were close once, real close. But that damn fool Beaumont kept insisting they're just partners. And that riled up old Shane to no end. When things took a turn in AZ, Shane took the opportunity to skedaddle. So where are they now? Well, let's start with Beaumont. He's in a saloon. Dead, bloated bodies on the floor, in chairs and over tables. Flies buzzing around. The only living souls in the place being himself and the terrified bartender who's constantly refilling Beaumont's glass. It's hard to say how long he's been at it. I'd venture years rather than hours, but the smell of the bodies will tell you it's been at least a few days. It's taken Coyote a few weeks to track him down, but track him down she has. And that's where we find her, walking into this dreadful scene and laying eyes on her old outlaw pal after more than 4 years.
Well, howdy, Beaumont.
Who are you?
Oh, come on now. Don't say you don't remember me.
Oh, I sure remember you, Coyote McLeod. Worst person
One
I
and
ever met.
only.
What can I do for you? Bartender, give the lady a drink.
Yes, sir.
She made it
Shake it
cricket,
so much you're
Beaumont.
gonna
It looks
spill.
like a tornado touched down here, only a tornado couldn't have touched down here, because there ain't been a breeze in this part in nigh on 2 weeks. What happened?
I don't rightly remember. Devil decided to come out to play, I suppose.
He does that
I
every
remember
once
his
in a
gut shot in
while.
that one. After that, it gets kind of blurry.
And the gut shot on that one, and the gut shot on that one. I'm guessing they all deserved it. I'm guessing they, they crossed the wrong man in the wrong way. That's how I'd explain it.
Even if they didn't. So I'm assuming this is not a social call?
Oh, now, you don't think I could stop in and say hello to an old friend?
Sure you can, Kyle. Sure you can. Why don't you sit down? We'll play a quick hand of cards.
Oh, sounds like a mighty fine idea. Bartender, why don't you leave the bottle and take the rest of the night off? But, why don't you just keep it to yourself? What happened here? Hate to have to tire my horse out coming out to find you.
Oh, I assure you, other than the fine barman here, there's no one left to tell the tale other than you. And I don't imagine you'll last a day.
Always covering your tracks. That was my job.
So, cards.
What do you want to play?
Poker, I suppose.
Alright.
Hold on.
I'd like you to roll your sleeves up this time, though.
No, not a worry, not a worry. I'm just gonna. Oh. Well, that was breakfast.
Oh.
What about some stud? You always liked stud. That's why they named the gang after you.
Always did have an eye for a stud or two.
So, what do you want?
Now, wait a hold it a second. I resent the idea that I want anything other than to just pay a social call to my apparently very busy friend.
You're lying. And I'm all right with you.
You know me too well. Why don't you deal, and I'll tell you.
All right. Deal out a hand of cards.
Well, I know that it's been a while since the gang has been together, since that nasty business. But, you know what? I thought just maybe for old time's sake, we'd get back together. You know, maybe have a drink or two in a less dead body infested bar. And maybe an opportunity will find its way to us. An opportunity that, you know, might be too good to pass up.
It sounds a bit, and maybe it is because I am just shit-faced drunk. It sounds like you have a job in mind.
I might. What would you say if I did?
I would say no.
Oh, come now. The whole gang back together.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean the whole gang back together.
Now, there were well over 4 dozen of us back in the day.
Yeah,
Most of them is
are dead.
Now, to my knowledge, there ain't but 7 of us alive, and, well, of those, only 4 of us can still stand.
Right.
You mean
You
that?
know, this job, it's gonna have a need for someone with some hand-to-hand combat skills. Someone who can get dirty, get a little brawly, get a little punchy. Not everything could be solved by shooting, so I think I'm gonna need to call on Shane. You remember Shane, right?
All right, hands over, I fold, you win. Let's go.
And just like that, the gang's getting back together.
We will see about that.
Come on, you old drunk, you can sober up on the trail.
I ain't old, I'm just drunk.
A few days' ride later, outside of Dodge City, carnival has been set up at the edge of town with games, tents full of curiosities, and delights for the nearby townsfolk. One of these entertainments is a roped-off area where any man can challenge the undefeated champion by paying 25 cents. And this is where we find Shane Masters, about to give a whooping to some poor local tough guy with more guts than sense.
Hey, come on, beautiful. You think you can hit me? You think you can beat me? You're a fool.
Can I
Go
get
for the knees!
Can I get a D8 roll, please, Leo? Of course.
Man, I don't know why they're complaining about our costume game today. I know James looked, but you're wearing a beard, and I shaved a piece out of my eyebrow, I think, between the 2 of us.
I'm just saying,
like,
my
commitment isn't the
Jared
problem here.
cosplay
It's
is strong.
budget and the fact that it's 90 degrees.
There is that.
Just a reminder, it is 90 degrees and this is still happening.
It's a 4 beat to your parry score over there, Dan.
Oh, church does not.
Uh-oh. Well, that means that counterattack kicks in and you get to make a free fighting test to hit back.
Sure, do I? All right, I guess, you know what, I'm gonna flick this guy in the forehead. I'm not even gonna waste a punch on him. Just gonna go up.
What do you have for fighting over there, Shane?
Oh, yeah, well, I got a 12. I got a 12 on fighting, and,
It looks like you got a bonus when you're fighting unarmed over there, too.
oh, I sure do. I think it's a plus 2, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Can I get a D12 plus 2 and a D6 roll for Shane? Going for a flick in the head. And a 10 is going to go right past this local tough guard. And the single finger flick hits this guy in the head. And he staggers back a few steps, almost drops to a knee, and gets up and comes at you again.
Doesn't now.
Get another D8 roll, please. Does a 7 beat your parry?
You know, it sure does not.
Now, again, you get a free counterattack with that, if you'd like.
Well, alright. You know, this time I think I'm going to sidestep him and elbow him in the back of the head.
All right, if I can get another D12 and D6 rolled for Shane Masters, throwing the elbow to the side of the head, And that's going to be an 11. You step right past his guard, deliver that elbow. There's the sound of crunching bone. And down he goes like a sack of potatoes, laying there. A little bit of blood trickling out of his ear. That one might be permanent.
Do I have any other takers? Anyone at all?
And the man running the show sword, damn it, Shane, you're not supposed to kill him. How are we going to get him to spend money fighting if you kill him?
Did I kill him or did he kill himself? I think you can find he killed himself.
Nobody else is going to fight you today now. Take the rest of the day off.
Oh, Barker, I'd like a go.
Oh, really? 25 cents, and you can pick on the undefeated champion.
Absolutely. As long as they don't cheat.
Don't kill this one, all right?
But I have such a strong mind to kill this one.
Coyote starts yelling at the crowd. Well, you know, I've never seen no one take anyone down with 2 hits, let alone a flick to the head and a knock to the back of the elbow. I just want to make sure I'm getting a fair fight.
Would you like me to tie my arms behind my back?
Oh, I remember that move. It's one of my favorites.
Well, I think that's a good start. I think we can tie the hands behind our back and maybe stake one of our legs to the ground. How's that sound?
Still not a fight you want, Coyote, but okay.
We'll talk about the job when you wake up then, McLeod.
Oh, I'll be fine. Just a little scuffle between old friends. Shane ain't gonna do nothing to hurt me too much, are you, Shane?
Well, I don't know. You ready to talk about Arizona?
Oh, come on now. Not in front of all these people.
I see you brought the whole damn circus, too.
Oh, he's
No,
not
darling,
much
just a
of
ringmaster.
Before you go bragging about the tent
And a
you're
favorite
about
clown.
to pitch.
Oh, look at you two. Bickering again, just like an old married couple.
Well, now, wouldn't that have been a thing?
Not in this state, it wouldn't know.
I'm just about ready to go toe-to-toe with you with only one limb rather than continue that conversation.
It'd be my pleasure.
Well, then,
Well,
James, what kind of penalty am I taking for that?
Well, you're essentially going to be entangled, which means you'll be distracted and vulnerable. So you're going to be at a -2 to everything you do, and they'll be at a +2 to attack you.
Oh, no, not a -2. All right, well, we'll see what we can do.
Are you going to let Coyote take the first shot?
Sure I am.
All right.
Night, McLeod.
Coyote, what do you got for fighting over there?
I've got a D8.
All right, if we can get a D8 and a D6 for Coyote for fighting. Oh, that 8 explodes.
Oh!
Add another 8 to that. 12 with the +2 bonus for being vulnerable makes it a 14. I think she actually landed that one.
Oh, I don't know if she did, though. Because I got a +2 on that parry.
Yep, so that makes you at a 12 on the
And
parry?
puts me at a 12.
14's going to just get over that. If you hadn't gotten yourself all tied up beforehand, it wouldn't have been enough. What's your strength there, Coyote?
Costume game strong across the board. Never let it be said I don't keep my word. Hashtag Benny for the players and well done all around. Also wasn't a flick to the head the Eternal Sunshine's signature move. Tongue.
Thank you so much. Well, what do you got for strength there, Coyote?
I got
Oh, I have got, hang on. I've got a D6.
All right, we can get a D6 rolled for damage against Shane. That's going to be six explodes. Oh man, that is a good punch there.
Who is stacking these dice?
10 damage against toughness. What's toughness?
My toughness is 10.
10. So that's going to be just enough to get a shaken result, but not enough to actually cause any injury. But that's going to be a shaken there. So before you can act, I'm going to need you to make me a spirit roll to come out of being shaken. What do you got for spirit?
I got 6.
All right, if I can get a D6 and a D6 wild die. One more 6 in there. 4 is good enough to throw off being shaken.
All right. Well, so I don't have either of my arms. I'm missing a leg on this one. But you know what? I do have a little bit of Kung Fu Master still in me. I'm going to take a kick straight to the head, knock off that hat. I'm not even trying to hurt her.
Kicking for the hat. I like it. So fighting, you got a D12 plus 2. You get a -2, so it's just a flat D12 and a D6. I can get a D6 thrown in there too. A 5 is going to be just enough. That hat gets kicked right off your head, Coyote.
Oh, come on now, Shane. You know I just took a cheap shot at you. You aren't going to get hurt in the... Now, my hat's covered in dust. Look, I love this hat. I don't know why you need to go knocking my hat off.
I mean, look at her. She can't afford another one.
I'm just seeing if you still put property above people, that's all.
Oh, now, don't be saying mean things you can't take back. Not when I've got a little offer for you.
What?
And I want to take another shot at Shane.
I'll take another D8 and a D6 from Coyote taking another shot at Shane. Oh, this time a 9 isn't going to beat the parry, and that means you get a free counterattack if you want, Shane.
I'm gonna sweep the leg.
Sweeping the leg. I get a D12 and a D6 from Shane going for the sweep. Oh my, and down down goes Coyote McLeod, swept by Shane, landing in the dirt.
What did I just say about getting dirt and dust on my face?
Just making sure you're serious. So what's this proposition you have? Because right now you don't look like you're in a great position for anything.
You know I would not come to you in this enviable setting, this gorgeous lifestyle you've set up for yourself here unless I had, quite the proposition for you. I would want to take you away from all the fame and fortune you are getting from this. Is this a circus or just a fair? Is this a traveling wagon you kind of hooked yourself up with?
Welcome to my Taj Mahal. Now get to your point.
I just want to make sure I'm properly understanding this life that you have built for yourself here. You know what? It's probably a moot point. I'm not even going to be able to convince you to leave this.
Coyote. Now, you don't want to tell her that she's got you on your heels already. You know if she doesn't come, I don't go.
I understand that.
So start with a good offer.
I'm just making sure, we're not pulling them away from all of their dreams, Because you are happy here, right? This is everything you want. Turning men and women on their heels into the dirt, creating, fame. Testing your skills on the weak folk of the prairie.
And 2 bits of pie.
2 bits now. We used to do fights for 4 whole bits. That was twice as much.
You're gonna keep talking. You're just gonna keep talking, aren't you?
There's a load
It's
of money.
what I bet that.
There's a load of money.
Look. It'll shut you up. It'll shut you up and put a bit of coin in my pocket. I might as well.
Ain't a bit of coin, Shane. It'll get you that windmill you always wanted.
You know, I'm not accustomed to getting what I always wanted, so.
Here's the second chances then.
So that sounds like we got 3/4 of a gang back together. Shane, you will not be disappointed. This is gonna make you stinking rich.
Prepare to be heavily disappointed. This will probably make us all stinking dead.
Oh, well, at least the suffering's gonna be over. So, you said 4. Who's our 4?
You can't possibly mean.
Come on now, we can't do it without them.
Oh, now, I was all set and ready to
How is
go,
he
and now
not
you're
locked
gonna
up or dead
tell
at this
me?
point?
Oh, well, he's a load smarter than any 3 of us. I'm sure he's found a way to stay out of trouble, living a peaceful life.
Stay out of trouble. Last year I read a book by a woman over in England, and I think it was about him.
Oh yeah, what's it called?
Frankenstein.
Oh, I read that. I did think that was
A little close to home, ain't it?
close to home.
Now, I'm gonna argue with you because that doctor had a little too much humanity. Good book, though. We should start a club.
All right then. Well, let's get on it.
Well, then, it is off to Cheyenne. Outside of Cheyenne, at an old farmhouse, there's trouble brewing. A mob is gathered with guns, pitchforks, torches, and a noose, screaming for blood. Doc Vandal is inside, working up a sweat on one of his latest experiments, and only vaguely aware of the danger outside. It's merely an annoyance to him. Butchered livestock and people are scattered about the house, which was clearly taken from its previous owners in a rather unpleasant fashion. Deep in the throes of an unhealthy dose of cocaine, opium, and alcohol, Doc is a disturbing sight to behold.
Now, what is a healthy dose of those 3 things?
The crowd outside wants him to swing, and they're about to try and force their way inside to do it.
It's called the Tennessee Speedball, Doc.
That's the scene the 3 of you arrived to, in a mob of well over 100 people encircling a house. The house that you're pretty sure Doc's holed up in, if the information you got was right, Coyote. You're pretty sure it's right.
Is that an angry mob with pitchforks?
Well, right the first time, Coyote, your eyes are sharp as ever.
Yeah, that's gonna be Doc. All right, I'm going in for the Tallahassee switch. You guys just play along, all right?
I have never been to Florida, nor do I ever intend to go.
That's all right. I can do it myself. Is there something? Is there like a weather vane or like a target I can sharpshoot?
Absolutely. Would you like to sharpshoot a weather vane or target?
I would love to take a shot at something that's gonna make a nice ping sound. Maybe get a spin on it.
Perfect. What do you got for shooting over there, Coyote?
For a shooting, I got a D12+1.
And you've got marksman also, don't you?
I do indeed.
All right. Can I get a D12 and a D6 roll for? Oh my! Good thing you get to roll 2 dice there. That's gonna be just barely good enough to hit your target and make that weather vane spin with a real loud crack of the shot. And several of the screaming members of the crowd, oh hell, the good majority, turn at the sound of gunfire. You now seem to have their undivided attention.
I turn to the team. I'm like, just a little rusty. It's all right. Good folks of this fine town. I would need your attention, please. Inside, is there a man by the name of Doc Vandal? Leather hat, smarmy look, terrible reputation.
Nearly the size of the house he is hiding in.
Yeah, he's in there. We're gonna string him up. He's been taking our livestock and killing people too.
Well, that's our problem taken care of.
folks of this town called, what's the name of your town here?
Oh, no,
Cheyenne.
we're just outside of Cheyenne here.
All right, the good folks are just outside of Cheyenne. I am Silly Pants McGee. I know it's a crazy name, but I am a fearsome and feared bounty hunter. I am here to bring Doc in for justice. The justice of this land, the rightful justice, the justice in accordance with law and order. Now, will you let me pass and carry out my sacred duty?
Let's see if you're convincing on that. What do you got? What do you got for persuasion there, Coyote McCloud?
I got a D4 for persuasion.
All right, I'll take a D4 and a D6. You tried to bullshit your way past this crap. And with the 5, a lot of them are buying it. They might not have heard of Silly Pants McGee, but your speech was powerful. What was that you said over there, Beaumont?
Yeah, I'm gonna set that house on fire.
And how exactly are you going about setting that house on fire?
I'm let the devil do it.
Okay. Well, I'm going to need you to make a gambling roll first before you deal them cards. What do you got for gambling over there?
I have a 12.
All right, if I can get a D12 and a D6 roll, dealing with the devil. Ooh, you get, I believe you said something about a reroll or something. What's that give you?
Give me I can use the free reroll when you gambling.
All right, so give me a free reroll on that, because Beaumont
And I am dealing with the devil.
Well, 2 and a 1 ain't better.
No, certainly ain't.
But you do have
Bennies.
7 bennies.
Take him.
All right, spend the benny, roll one more time.
There we go.
A little bit better. 5 is a success. That means you get to draw one extra card. So deal yourself out 6 cards over there.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Put yourself together the best poker hand you can.
Oh, that's not going to be real super easy.
And match wouldn't do it, I guess.
Got me a shit hand here.
How bad?
Spade, club, heart. That's how bad.
No pairs or nothing.
No pairs, no nothing.
So down to, you get 0 effect on what spell were you trying to replicate there by dealing with the devil?
Blast.
Blast, all right, that would normally be a 3 power point spell, so you're going to have to do your spell casting at a -3.
Give me a 12 again.
And that wild die as well, of course.
Well.
The D6 in there, sorry about that. Well, a 1 wouldn't be enough to do it, and we get you some dynamic backlash. Use one of those bennies.
Yep.
All right, use another benny and try to get better there. Oh! 12 aces, that becomes a 20, drops down to a 17. That is enough to get that spell out there. Dealing with the devil, and you blast the house with fire. Doc, you come to inside the house in your haze of drugs and other fun substances to find the places on fire. Maybe you did it. Maybe them loud noises outside did it. But staying in here isn't going to be an option much longer.
Oh my God, what am I possibly going to do with all of this opium?
God damn. I charge out of the house, kick open the door, and start firing indiscriminately into the crowd.
Oh, man.
What do you got for shooting over there, Doc?
That's a 12 for shooting.
All right, can I get a D12 and a D6 rolled? and one other D12 for a total of 2 12-sided dice and a D6, because that Gatling shotgun has a rate of fire of 2. And with a 6 and an 11, you do hit 2 people in the crowd, putting blood all over the place, sending their bodies flying through the air. The crowd begins to scream, people panic, pitchforks and torches are dropped as it breaks out into a run, leaving a clear lane between yourself and the only 3 people that didn't run. Well, you must be hallucinating, because it looks like Shane Masters, Coyote McLeod, and Beaumont Morningstar are standing there.
Well, well, well. I see you've come here to save me from my burning house. Am I correct?
Well, that and the mob out front, who I'm guessing had a pretty good reason for being here, Doc?
I mean, I might have done some stuff to their cattle, and they're dead. Nothing sexual, I gotta emphasize.
This time.
Nothing sexual, I gotta
At least
emphasize.
he learns.
Absolutely nothing sexual with the livestock or the dead bodies.
Okay, the overemphasizing it just makes me think the lady does protest too much a little bit there, all right?
I just want to be absolutely clear, right? My experiments are completely on the level. Now,
Yeah, and there
the
are
4th
how many
level of
levels
Hades,
of
I
hell?
believe.
I see
Doc,
we're
if
still
they
on the
were
same
on the
page.
level, you wouldn't have been a part of this gang.
hey,
Speaking of which, seems like you lost your bow there and whatever potions and elixirs you might have had inside. You looking for a new place to camp?
I was traveling with a few, you know me. But what makes you think I'd want to go anywhere with a bunch of traitors, bunch of pit vipers, bunch of weasels? Why don't you sold me out?
Now, before we go any further, I would like you to clarify which of us are the pit vipers and which of us are the weasels.
Okay, you're the pit viper, you're the weasel,
Sounds about right.
and you're the traitor.
Oh, me? Me?
Yeah.
The traitor. Come on now, Doc. You just been smoking too much of that sticky stuff.
You want to smoke some of that sticky stuff there, Doc?
Don't mind if I do. Now, I don't know exactly how this will mix with all the fuel and all the glue, but you know.
Not well,
Well,
not well. Continue.
Doc, you know, whatever makes you more amenable to my current proposition, but like I said, considering you don't have a place to live anymore, I may have come across an opportunity and need a man of your specific skill set. And you would have to, you know, ride with us.
We don't have any bona fide lunatics on the team.
What's that you say? You mirror me, boy?
Yeah, I was a little.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you too, old man.
Look at this. We're just one big happy family again.
Yeah.
Now come on, Doc. Let's ride. Let's make some money. All those experiments, not sexual experiments,
I
they
mean,
gotta cost a pretty penny.
it will give me a chance to kill the son of a bitch that rat us out, so let's find out.
Well, now, according to you, that's one of us.
Oh, yeah. Or all of you. I mean, all I know, it ain't me.
Now come now, Doc. Dozens of people died that day. Why do you think it's one of us for?
Because you're the ones that's living.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
it makes a lot of sense. I mean,
Why would you let a traitor live?
Well,
well,
you wouldn't.
I mean, no.
We don't, right?
Yeah, I mean, the traitor would be the one that would.
You remember that kid, the one kid that, what was his name?
Skippy?
Skippy! Scrappy!
Wait,
Scrap.
the one with the eye?
Yeah!
Oh, okay,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah, no. That was one tasty eye.
Yeah, no,
Yeah, just scoop
We
it right out.
killed the living hell out of him, and all he did was just say that he saw one of us one time.
Well,
I mean, we
you're
really killed the hell
ignoring
out
the
of him.
situation
Yeah, I mean-
he saw.
I mean,
but
we had to kill him. I
okay.
mean, he saw us. I mean,
He was in our gang.
well, yeah, but
He
you
saw
know,
us near every day.
you gotta weed out the weak ones. You gotta, if they're stepping two, if they're not showing you the proper respect, you gotta, you know what I'm saying.
Better than most.
And when's the last time you respected anyone, Doc?
I mean, I respect myself twice a day, but that's
and he disrespected a man in the eye twice. I've seen him.
yeah, I don't remember that.
Either way, following your logic, you disrespect one of us, you're gonna be a dead man.
I'd like to see you try.
You know that's Shane
So would I.
Masters, right?
I mean, well, she ain't gonna beat me up, you know, like with fists. I got guns, I got bombs, I got grenades, I got potions, I got magic. Well, not really magic, but I mean,
Doc,
might as well be.
I know how much you like body parts. I will kill you with your own arm. Rip it off your body, beat you to a bloody pulp, shove it down your throat.
I have seen that happen. It is impressive. I'm not gonna lie.
And I will likely shoot you in the back, because that's about the best I can do in a fight.
You know, I'll hold you to it. Anytime you want to tussle, rip my arm off, go for it. Bring it, I say. You know, it's good to have the gang back together. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, you are not gonna regret this.
Proper
Now,
villains
y'all-
again. I'm so excited.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's get the hell away from this burning village.
What are you drinking and are you sharing?
Mostly gasoline with a little bit of ghost rock mixed in.
Well, start serving.
Yeah.
And from there, it is a long ride off to Montana territory, riding through the Rockies, dealing with Doc and Beaumont's habits and outbursts as they consume copious quantities of alcohol and any number of other substances. It is a good time to reminisce about the old days or avoid talking about the subject in the case of some things.
How come they ain't killing us? Because we're in the spirit world, asshole. They can't see us.
And quote Young Guns.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, no,
like Young
obviously
Guns,
we're going
yeah.
to quote Young Guns. I thought that was well established.
Yeah.
Fairly well established, yes. And moving through these different trails in the Rockies, in a special part of the trail where the rocks are nice and high and the wind's blowing through, there's a moment where, Coyote, you catch the sight of a couple of rocks moving, falling down, cascading down, like maybe something moved just up there. And you get to thinking that this would be a mighty fine spot for an ambush.
You know, if it was me and I was hunting for, well, me, this would be a perfect spot for an ambush. What do y'all think?
Right. Now I'm kind of worried you let us here on purpose.
Nobody
Oh,
knows
come
an
on.
ambush better than you do.
And with that, can I get 4 8-sided dice rolled, please?
Jeez.
Happy trails.
I knew it.
We're getting bushwhacked.
Yeah.
All right, 6, 5, 3, and 2. I'm gonna hit Coyote once. Do you got dodge over there, Beaumont, or not?
Yes, I do.
All right, not gonna hit Beaumont, Doc, or Shane. So Coyote's gonna take a hit for 2d8 damage against Coyote's toughness.
Ooh.
Ooh, that 8 aces. Oh, it's gonna be a big hit. That's a 16 damage hit there, Coyote.
Oh,
What do you got for toughness?
good God.
7.
Ooh, that means it's gonna beat it by 9. That'd be enough to inflict an awful wound unless you want to try and soak that with the Benny.
Yes, please.
All right, so we're going to do a soak roll. If I can get 2 6-sided dice rolled to try and soak that 2 wound hit. Ooh, not good. Do you want to spend a Benny to re-roll that? You got a few.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
also got a system shock if you didn't see that, James.
Oh, I know. Go ahead and give me those 2 dice again for the re-roll of the Benny.
Perfect the way we are.
All right. 4 is enough to soak 1 wound, so that's only going to inflict 1 wound now on you instead of 2. It's still a mighty fine shot. Nearly knocks you out of the saddle. And from behind one of the rocks ahead, you can see the rifle and part of the head pops out. Now, we don't want no trouble with the rest of you. We just after the bounty on McLeod. You done ride off now. We won't follow you. We won't ever come after you.
You couldn't take me, son of bitches!
I don't know, I just look at everybody.
Just as stupid as they are cowardly. They don't know how this will go.
Oh, they even hit her.
Wow.
Hey, McLeod, you all right?
You got them soft.
Oh, come on now, it's just a flesh wound, but dang it, he really got one
You
on
got
you.
yourself shot in an ambush.
Coyote McLeod.
Oh,
Get
mastermind
down.
outlaw.
Yo, it ain't funny.
Nah, it's hilarious.
I see why they call you Coyote. I just saw you yip.
All right, can I?
So y'all gonna ride off or?
Oh, no, we're going to kill you.
No,
Just give us a
no,
minute.
yeah. We gotta,
All
handle
right, I'm
business.
gonna deal out the cards then. And there we have our cards on the table.
Oh,
I guess looking at those cards, it means we're gonna start with you, Shane.
sure. How close are they?
Well, it seems from the shots that they're pretty much all around you using rocks. None of them are real close, probably about 20 yards or so, but not real far away either. They pick some nice good ambush spots, put you in a good crossfire so there's no real place anyone can go to get to cover. That part was smart. You figure there's at least a dozen of them spread out.
Yep. All right. So, which one of you is the leader? Which one of you is the leader?
I guess that's me, one of them says.
Why would you
Right.
go
So
off and
I'm
tell
just
them
gonna come and I'm gonna talk to you. Okay. Now I got my hands in the air. I'm not carrying a weapon. You can see that. And I'm just gonna walk right up to him, and I'm gonna say, "Now, my compatriots, dumb as hell. Me, I'm willing to deal with you. All right? So I'm just gonna walk up, and I'm just gonna tell you how you're gonna take down Coyote, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not this way. And then as soon as I am within arm's reach of him, I'm gonna grab him and throw him."
Would you mind counting them while you're up there?
Oh, sure, yeah, I can do that too. Yeah,
Just
sure.
let us know how many we kill him.
Going for the grab and throw. All right.
Grab and throw. I'm just gonna throw him right into the center of everything.
Grabbing is going to be athletics. What do you got for athletics?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at the wrong sheet. I was like, how the hell does Shane have 4 in athletics?
No, wrong sheet.
Yeah, it's a 10.
All right, a D10 and a D6. Shane goes for the grab. And that's 10 aces. Oh, man. That's going to be a 14. This poor guy, he gets himself 2 6-sided dice.
Five.
His 2 6-sided dice, he's got to beat that 14.
No!
Critical fails instead. He tries to move, wiggle out, and puts himself right into your hands.
So then, in that case, I've like spun him over my head.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And toss him down.
And I
So
throw
she
him
goes
into
behind
the
a rock. We see a bad guy fly out from behind a rock.
And crash down in the trail. Right out in the open. Nicely
See, that's
done.
how I deal. So, any of y'all think you're hard enough?
All right, who's going to be next? I believe we've got a 10 here next.
That's me.
And that's going to be you, Bomb. I mean, they got good cover from those rocks, but except for that fella.
that fellow who's flying through the air right now,
Yeah.
I kind of want to fan the hammer on him as he's going like, through the air. See how many times I can hit him.
So some skeet shooting. All right.
No, I'm not gonna do that. That would just be cool, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. All right.
I can't get away with just doing cool stuff because we all know how I roll.
I can. Just later.
Yeah.
So what are you
doing
doing? All right. Now tell me, what is fan the hammer?
I guess I could read it to you if my eyes were better.
But can you give the people watching at home a synopsis of what the plan is on fan the hammer? What's that do for you?
When I use a single action pistol, I gain a rate of fire of 6 if I use a -2 shooting penalty. This is a terrible idea.
It
This
is.
is a terrible idea.
All right, so that means you will roll 6 shooting dice and 1 wild die. What is your shooting die?
It is D12.
All right, so you get 6 12-sided dice and 1 6-sided dice. Now you get to use the best 6 rolls there. And it looks like 5, 4, 8. Well, with the -2 on there, only one of those is actually going to hit.
Wow.
So you found the hammer all right.
I'll spend a minute, Benny.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's do that again.
Reroll that whole set again.
There we go.
Okay.
That's a little more like it.
Yeah, that's 12.
Oh,
Those
yeah.
exploded,
Those
yeah.
explodes, yeah.
So you're going to end up with 4 of those hitting out of the 6. And what kind of damage do you do with that pistol of yours?
That is 3d6 plus 1.
Jeez, why so much damage?
I have a right hand of the devil
Okay.
with my pistol, specifically my pistol.
And 3 of those hits, or excuse me, all 4 of those hits were raises, so they're all going to be 4d6 plus 1 on the damage.
So we're turning this man into Pink Miss Switch G.
Yeah, 4 6-sided dice roll for damage for the first one. 2 of those exploded. Oh my. So 25 damage on the first shot. I just want to keep track of these. Give me another one of those rolls. 15 damage on the second. Third one. That's 6 aces. 21 damage on the third shot on that fourth shot. $27. Now I got a bunch.
Yeah, that's
31, that's 32. Now I got a bunch of jam up the works that I can use for bennies, but I don't think I'm capable of soaking that many times. But I feel like I'm obligated to at least try to not have the bounty hunter die instantly in the first combat.
That's my friend.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's the leader. He
So I'm gonna use my jam up
the leader was.
and get a D8 and a D6 try and soak some of these wounds.
Oh,
No, that's not going to do it. I will try one more time and one more jam up the works because I'm really hoping for a good ace. No. Okay. So the bounty hunter hits the ground, shot full of holes, blood leaking out of him everywhere. Very clearly, very dead. The first shot killed him, and the others were just kind of for sport afterwards.
All right, now which one's the leader?
I believe Doc.
Let's see if he says yes, no.
Yep, Doc could be up next, I believe.
Yeah, Doc's gonna stroll on up to the corpse and not do anything weird with it.
Nothing sexual.
Nothing sexual, mind you. But he is going to take a grenade, pop it in his mouth, and walk away like a cool guy. That'll be blasts.
You're gonna use the blast power.
It's about sending a message.
Can I get that weird science roll from you? What do you have?
12 plus 2.
Can I get a D12 plus 2 and a D6? That's going to be a success with a raise.
Yeah.
So that's going to do three six-sided dice damage. What kind of effect is that grenade? Is that fire we're going for?
Yeah. We'll stick with the vanilla fire and then move on to the weird stuff.
All right, 3d6 fire damage as the body is exploded. And yeah, limbs, teeth, bit of scalp and hair flying through the air.
It's good to be back.
Thought you said nothing sexual.
The only one
Pop it in
that
his mouth and wait for it to explode sounds pretty.
the only one of you that doesn't get bits of this dead guy on you is Shane up behind the rock away.
Okay, let's send out another one.
Well, now the remaining 12 are still there and functional, and they are definitely going to shoot at you.
That certainly makes sense.
They want to kill you dead at this point, so it's going to be 3 shots at each of you. If I can get 3 8-sided dice rolled for Coyote McLeod. Ooh, one of those is an exploding die there, the 9.
Only ends up a 9.
We are going to hit Coyote McLeod with a raise. So let's do that damage first. If I can get 2 8-sided dice and a 6-sided dice rolled on Coyote.
Ooh.
That's a big hit at 16 damage. You might be wanting to use one of those bennies to soak with.
Yeah, that's a big yes.
All right. Let me roll 2 6-sided dice for Coyote doing a soak to try and not get killed.
Yeah.
2 6-sided dice. A 6 aces and becomes an 11. That's enough to absorb 2 wounds. So in this particular case, you're only going to end up getting shaken as a result of that.
Okay.
So no injury inflicted, but that did still sting quite a bit. If I can get 3 shots rolled on Beaumont out of 3d8 next. That 8 explodes and becomes a 9. Even with dodge, that's still a 7.
Yep.
No raise, but that will do 2d8 damage to Beaumont. If I can roll 2 8s on Beaumont for damage. 12. How's that on your toughness?
Yeah, it's over it.
Enough that you want to soak or no?
Yeah, I'll soak.
All right, what's your vigor?
6.
All right, 2 6-sided dice rolled.
It's only 6.
And a 5 will soak 1 wound, so was it more than 1 wound
No,
over?
it's just 1 wound.
All right, so you're going to soak that and no damage to you. We're going to do 3 more of those 8-sided dice shots on Doc Vandal. Do you have dodge over there, Doc?
Dodge? No.
All right,
No
so
dodge.
a 4 is all they need to hit. 2 of those are going to hit, but no raise. So we can roll 2d8 damage against Doc first on the first shot there. 11. How's that compare to your toughness?
That matches my toughness.
So 0 is enough to get a shaken, but not
All right.
enough to do any real wound. And then 1 more roll going against that toughness of 11. You are one tough son of a bitch, Doc. That's
Yeah.
another 11. 2 shaken results do become a wound, though.
Oh boy. Okay.
So that's going to inflict 1 wound. Doc, you now have 1 wound.
Okay.
And I believe the last person to get to go is Coyote McLeod over there.
All right, I'm done with this.
Now, you've been shaken, so you're going to have to roll to break shaken first, unless you just want to spend a Benny and hop right out of it.
I'm out of personal bennies. How many bennies we got in the store?
5 of them. You can easily spend 1 and shake right out of that if you want.
Let's do it.
All right, Benny spent. You are not shaken.
All right, I would like to, so we're in, I'm assuming like a canyon, we got bad guys on either side?
Yeah, it's less canyon, more like hillside slopes, you know. It's not straight up, but they got elevation on you. They got boulders to hide behind for cover. They're using lever action rifles. It was a pretty smart setup, you know, other than ambushing you and your gang.
Right. I'm gonna hop on, I'm on my horse, yeah?
Oh, yeah. And you can ride that like nobody's business.
I'm gonna flip around, I'm gonna do an actual reverse cowgirl, and I'm gonna take off, and I'm gonna get my horse going, so that I can get on the other side of these, see if I can get a shot off from a better angle a little bit farther down the trail. So just like, hit the horse hard, take off, I'm gonna 2-gun kid one side, and then 2-gun kid the other.
going for 2 shooting actions. Whoa. That's some solid stuff there. And because you're both got 2-gun kids, steady hands, and born in the saddle, you can do that without any penalties on there. And Marksman lets you ignore 2 points of penalties for that multi-action. So I'm going to need your shooting die. What do you got?
I got a D12 plus 1.
All right, if I can get 2 12s and a 6 for the first 2-gun kid. The best 2 rolls there are an 8 and a 6 that explodes, becomes a 7. So that's 2 hits on the first run, and then roll that same setup for me of 2 12s and a 6 for the other set. 7 and a 4, so 2 hits more on the other side. What kind of damage do those pistols of yours do?
2d6 for my Colt.
All right, if I can get 2d6 rolled for damage. Both of those ace. That one was right between the eyes. You got 1 dead bounty hunter. Roll another set of those 2 6-sided dice for the next shot. That's 6 aces also. Oh man, and then there's another dead bounty hunter. If I can get 2 6-sided dice again for that third shot. 5, that'll get yourself a shaken. And then 2 6-sided dice for the last shot. 10, that's another dead bounty hunter. 3 down and 1 shaken. Doing the true reverse cowgirl 2-gun shooting.
I think that's a figurative reverse cowgirl.
I mean, I hope so.
I am not going to disagree with Coyote McLeod. All right, and that means it's going to take us to another round of cards.
Come on, yeah!
All right, did you want to move anybody on the slider?
I'm thinking about it. Everybody is full avatar.
That's right, everyone is full avatar.
All right, let's see here. Anybody need any of their special pilot magic?
Oh,
I mean,
I don't know how useful a conscience is going to be to me right now.
That seems fair. That does seem
healing
fair.
will be
Yeah.
useful, but
There's
not just yet.
But you got, what do you got to your pure fighting? Is it +2 when you're unarmed?
Yeah.
I'm gonna move you to the halfway point.
Okay.
All right, going to the middle for Shane and Princess Hedgehog. A little bit of both.
Oh, and we get a Benny, which is great.
And yeah, everybody got a Benny from that Joker. And you, of course, can choose to go first if you wish or not.
Yeah, I will go first because I'm gonna put myself deep in cover and reload my gun this round. That's pretty much all I get to do,
Okay.
right? Doesn't
Well,
it take,
you did empty it, so, I mean, unless you're going to do something else, then yeah, that would be all
if
you
I
do.
want to shoot, I have to reload that gun.
That's correct.
All right, yeah, I'm getting behind full cover and probably the same rock that they threw dude over. You know, just look behind it and just reload real quick.
All right, reloading there. Let's look at.
Does reloading take 3 actions?
It will.
Okay, that's what I wanted to know.
Yep,
So,
it's going to take 3. And that means we're going to go to the combination of Shane and Princess Hedgehog next with that Ace of Clubs.
Yeah, so how close are they to me?
Well, they were decently spread out, but because you made your way up on the hill to grab that fellow and throw him out behind the rock, there's another one about 6 or 7 yards from you, pretty close. You can get to him in just a couple of steps if you wanted to.
Great. I'm gonna do exactly that, and I'm going to stride up to him. I'm going to say, "Hi, friend," in my best Princess Hedgehog voice, and then I'm going to headbutt him.
What do you got for fighting over there?
Well, it was a D12 plus 2, so now I guess it's just a D12.
Oh, +1. It's only a -1.
Plus
for being wrong.
1. All
So I
right.
get a D12 and a D6 from Shane/Princess Hedgehog. That 12 aces and becomes a 17 at the D12 plus 1 level, which will hit with a raise. What is your unarmed damage for Shane Masters over there?
So that's going to be
Far too much.
strength plus a D8.
And what's your strength?
My strength is a 10.
All right, a D10 and a D8 and a D6 because you got the raise on the hit. And You headbutt this poor bounty hunter and fracture his skull, break his nose, and black one of his eyes all in the same hit, dropping him out like a light, maybe even killing him outright.
And I'm just gonna say it, he's gonna look better for it. That's a free nose job he just got.
Free nose job indeed. All right, I believe that it's Kylie McLeod next, but I'm not 100% certain.
I believe that it is.
That's right.
Can I see anybody at this point?
Oh yeah, you still can. You've moved away, so you have a much better vantage point than the others.
I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna just. I'm gonna be fancy. I'm definitely going to get a better vantage point. I'm gonna actually stand on my horse and do 2 guns, 1 to each side. Because how many people do I got? Can I see on each side?
Oh yeah, there's still 4 on each side, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna do 2-gun kid again twice.
All right, while standing on the horse, I'm gonna need the riding check from you first, because you're pulling off a little fancy maneuver there, riding on the horse. What do you got for riding?
D12 in riding.
All right, if I get a D12 and a D6. Wrong die, but that's okay. Both of them still aced anyway. That's 20 on the riding test. Yeah, you climb up into the saddle to stand gracefully, perfectly, and flawlessly while still at a full gallop. And then I'll get those shooting tests from you. So it's 2 12s and a 6 for the first 2-gun kid. Yep, those 2 are going to hit. And then 2 12s and a 6 for the second 2-gun kid. Those are definitely going to hit. Okay. So of those, you had 2 hit on one side with raises, 1 hit on one side with a raise, and 1 hit on one side normally. So let's do the normal hit at 2d6 first. 4, not much, kind of just glancing blow, not going to do anything to the fella. He's going to live through that. But the next
we all
3...
just got an extra Benny, so keep that in mind.
It's true, but the next 3 are going to take 3 6-sided dice on the damage. So the next poor guy, shot dead. Let's do the next one after that. Also shot dead. And the next one after that. That one aces and most definitely shot dead. 7 of them are down, 1 is wounded, only 4 remain.
Does a little victory dance, does a little flip, lands back in the saddle. Woo!
So Doc reaches into his pockets, grabs something and shakes it around a whole bunch.
Oh no.
And throws it into the crowd. And it is a jar of genetically mutated, like really, really freaking mean bees.
Jar bees.
Jar bees! Ha!
How do you control those?
I don't. We better
Great.
run once this is all over.
So
Is there water nearby?
what are you using exactly?
I'm using Blast.
Using Blast?
With bee flavoring.
Bee
on it.
flavoring?
Yeah.
Are you using any modifiers
I
going for
would like to make it long lasting.
long lasting,
Yeah.
lingering?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, going for
Yep.
lingering damage?
Lingering,
Are you
yeah.
increasing the size of the blast template too on top of that?
You know, if that'll get me a better odds of getting a good chunk of these
Yeah,
four,
that
I would
will.
love to do that. Yeah.
All right, going for lingering damage and a large blast template. What do you got for the weird science roll to pull that off?
Mad bees. Weird. That was weird science.
Yep.
Or, I'm looking at the wrong sheet. That's a 12 plus 2.
All right, a D12 plus 2 and a D6 for the casting. 7 is going to be a success, so that's going to do the 2d6 damage in the area of effect, and it's going to linger. Now, you want to keep that, or you want to spend a Benny and re-roll
Oh,
that?
you know, I haven't really spent very many so far, so I think this is the time.
Spending the Benny to
Yeah,
re-roll
right.
that 4 and 1, trying to do better than 5. 8 is significantly better.
All right.
And it's enough to beat a toughness, not enough to outright inflict a wound, but the remaining 4 are now all shaken, and the one poor bugger among them was already shaken. Well, that stacks up and becomes a wound.
Okay. And they're
down.
lasting, yeah? So-
Yeah, it's lingering. So
Okay.
every time we hit your turn, they're going to take damage again if they stay in that area of effect.
All right.
Yeah, that is not so good for them. Now the remaining 3 are going to take this opportunity, since they've now been hit with terrorizing bees, and watch Coyote McLeod stand up on a horse and shoot down 7 of their people, and then their poor leader get fanned the hammer on while flying through the air. They are running for the hills, those remaining 3. Full speed, as fast as they can.
Oh no, don't go. We were all having so
We're
much
what now?
fun.
We're offline.
We dropped.
Oh no. Did they get the bees?
You got-
Did they see my cool bee move?
Okay.
Yeah, they did. It was in the chat.
Let us
Okay.
know when we're back.
Thank God.
Yep.
Angry freaking bees is.
Yeah.
I am
Oh.
You got
fully gonna murder those guys as they run away.
Oh yeah. Okay. I'll cool it on the inflammatory language.
Hello? Can you see me? Can you hear me?
Back up.
Back up.
Back
Yay!
up. Hi.
Hey!
All right. Well, where we left off was after the exploding angry bees. The remaining 3 are now fleeing in terror towards the hillsides above, probably to wherever they've got horses stashed, but they are on a full route at this point. And then somebody over there mentioned something.
Oh yeah, I'm fully gonna murder some of them as they're running away.
Oh, there's 3 of them.
We'll let one of them tell the tale. I think I'm gonna do my boost shooting.
Oh, gonna use some of that trigonometry, huh?
Yep, using my trigonometry.
Oh
And I'm
no.
gonna shoot 2 of them in the head as they're running away.
All right, I'm gonna need the spell casting for the shooting boost first. Are you gonna deal with the devil to do that?
Nah, I got PowerPoints. I'll use them.
All right, what you got for a spell casting roll?
A 12.
All right, I'll take a D12 and a D6 for the spell casting on boost shooting. Do you want to keep the 4? It's a success, or do you want to use a Benny and re-roll it?
Let's re-roll it. I think I can do better.
All right,
Yeah.
6.
I can.
That's a success. That means your shooting die counts as 1 higher for these shots.
Excellent.
What is your shooting die anyway?
12.
So you're gonna be the D12 plus 1 on these shots?
Yeah, well, I'm doing ammo whammy also, right?
Oh.
No, I'm not. I'm just taking 2 shots. That's right.
Okay. Well, that's a multi-action, so instead of D12 plus 1, you'll be at D12 minus 1. Or wait, did something happen with multi-actions and you and using powers or something like that?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Oh, no multi-action penalty
Yeah,
when you're
yeah.
using those
I'm a
powers.
hex slinger. I use the hex slinger ability. That just.
Okay, so I'll take a 12-sided dice and a 6-sided dice, rolling, adding plus 1 to it, shooting twice total. That 12 aces. Yeah, that definitely is going to be a headshot, and give me the next one with the same dice. Oh yeah,
Just
that
call
on
me Angel
also
in
is.
Hell.
Yeah.
So 2 hits, ace. So that's going to do your damage with the raised dice added of 1 and the called shot dice added of 1. So what's your listed damage?
It'll be a total of 4d6 plus 1, right?
5
5d6 plus 1.
So I'll take 5d6 plus 1 for headshots. Wow, that's I believe
20.
so 21 on shot 1, and then shot number 2.
22.
22. Yeah, you shoot them both in the back of the head while running. And that third one gets to the top of the hill, looking over his shoulder, half expecting to get shot down.
I just give him a little wave.
And you let him go.
Next time, come back with more. Okay, see you. Bye. Have a nice life. Don't piss yourself on the way out. Good night.
Yeah.
And just as quick as it started, it's over. Though Coyote looks a little worse for wear.
Yeah, how bad you bleeding over there, boss?
Oh, it ain't nothing but a scratch, and
Do you need?
bloody scratch.
Would you like help?
Oh, Shane, did you take up doctoring?
Well, yeah. There's a whole lot you don't know about me. I've had a whole lot since you I guess.
Oh,
So-
you know you pick up the strangest things that surfaces Belmont.
Yeah,
Yes.
chlamydia.
Okay, well, some of us picked up other things.
So I'm.
But yeah, if you got some healing skills, I'll take them.
So what are you gonna do over there?
Yeah, I'm gonna slap some healing on my friend here.
What kind of healing?
Princess Hedgehog healing.
Magic healing.
Magic healing.
What's Princess Hedgehog got for spellcasting?
It's a 12.
I got a D12 and a D6 as Princess Hedgehog breaks out the magic. -1 for being in the middle.
Ooh, I'm gonna
Ooh.
re-roll that though because I'm really
Alright.
showing off for my friends. I'm gonna warm up my hands a little bit.
Re-rolling that
Nobody likes
thing.
cold hands.
Oh,
my
not
God.
better.
Well, you know what? Screw it. I was at 4 personal bennies, so I'm gonna burn another one.
All right, burning one more.
There
Much
we
better.
go.
Success with the raise. Just putting success with 2 raises, 3 raises. Now that would be enough to get rid of 4 wounds, but you've only got 1 wound at the moment,
Quit
Coyote.
your belly aching, Coyote. You're fine.
But it's the strangest thing. Shane puts their hands on you, and your wound just closes right up.
Ooh, you really did pick up stuff in that service, now didn't you?
That actually works the same way on that hole in my heart.
Yeah.
Doc, why don't you ride up front with me and let these two take up the rear?
Why? I mean, we're all having fun back here, aren't we?
Doc,
I'm
why
not-
don't you ride up front
Not-
with me?
Not interrupting anything back here? I'm not improving things?
Doc, improvement was never your strong suit.
Doc, where's your hand? That's better.
Yeah.
Remember that arm I'm gonna take?
Yeah. Yeah, it was this one, right?
That's the one.
Good, because I think the other one might smell now.
Well, you know, I gotta go do some weird stuff with those bodies. I mean, I gotta go up front.
Nothing
So,
sexual. But
nothing sexual. Just, you know, just regular stuff.
Well, why don't you go on up there and give him a good sniffing?
Don't mind if I do. And I move up.
Come on. Doc,
All
you
right.
can tell me about how you got that bee so angry.
I just shook the jar up.
It was nothing sexual.
Nothing sexual.
Don't, Doc, yeah. I'm really worried. I'm really confused on how you can do anything sexual with bees.
Well, let's have a long, not appropriate for TV conversation
As
in the
long
front.
as there are
Why
birds,
don't-
you can do
why
it with
don't
the
you ride
bees.
up here with me?
And that leaves the 2 of you alone.
So,
So, how you been?
oh, you know, I've been good. On my own.
Working the carnival for a long time, or that recent development?
Well, you know, I
You
go
with that
here
Barker?
and there.
That's none of my business. I'm sorry.
Well, you know, there are people that can communicate, and there are people that can't.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
And that's a human who communicates for a living.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, real loud too, just yelling it out there. 2 bits to take a swing at this beautiful creature over here.
Well, my God, was that a compliment?
I have no problem with compliments, Shane. It's, in fact, I consider myself rather good at them. It does help to have a subject worth complimenting, mind you. And with you, I have, well, the best I can think of, as I have not been to the Louvre, because from what I understand, Paris is a smelly shithole.
So
I
now,
feel like we need to hashtag move this along and give Ranger Rhonda a lot of conscious. Also, Oprah wants her bees back. Velp James. Your pawns get creased failures. They get hashtag Benny sorry. Velp James. Your pawns get creased failures. They get hashtag Benny sorry.
Oh my goodness.
It's a good time to reminisce. More like a good time to be shocking. Hashtag system shock. Also nice glasses, James.
Oh, things
Wow.
All
are happening.
Thank you. I
right.
believe that Yeah, is that all the way on the personality reorder? 1, 2 spots. Oh yeah, that's full Ranger Rhonda. Oh my!
Oh,
In such wonderful company.
So now, I'm just gonna keep going.
We're going full pilot for Ranger Rhonda now. Oh my! Just after Doc Vandal rode up next. What could possibly go wrong?
So the stingers, see, they swell it, it causes a swelling, and if you use that swelling strategically, you can do some marvelous things with them bees. That's all I'm saying. Nothing sexual, mind you.
That is horribly disturbing. But I feel like I learned something today, and any day where you learn something, it is a good one. Wow.
That's my motto. That's what I say.
Yeah. Swelling with bees.
Yeah.
Oh.
You all right? You seem a little nervous.
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Just me, the tough Coyote McCloud who likes to kill people for no reason, which is not morally repugnant. But,
You know what? I don't think you betrayed me after all. Not softy like you couldn't have done such a thing.
See, they seem to be getting on up there just fine.
Yeah.
Friends? Oh my god! No! Who would ever do such a thing? Friends are the best things in the world! Loyalty is everything!
You know, that sounds like you're joking, but I actually kind of believe you when you say that right now.
Yeah!
The damnedest thing.
Friends are the best thing! Friends who are good!
You ought to be a comedian, you know? You always were kind of funny, in a very dangerous kind of way.
Jay, is it just me or are they getting on up there?
You know, I think they might be. Well, we're at least a little bit closer to being a posse again.
Let's hashtag move Paul full pilot and Beaumont full avatar. This cannot possibly end poorly.
Oh, shifting around there.
What's that?
Oh my. Full pilot for Paul and full avatar for Beaumont / Jonah Mox.
Yeah, right?
Now,
Yeah, okay.
if I remember
They both supposed to be the
correctly,
other way.
Yeah.
Your eyes kind of glazed over there, and I was like,
Yeah, it's you, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's me. It's you, though, right?
Oh boy, I've been watching this whole time. It's been some gnarly stuff.
Right? These are. We jumped to some bads.
Yeah.
Some baddies. But you know what I feel? You know, and maybe it's just my optimism, but like, I feel like, there's something there. There's something there. I see a little gleam. I see a little glimmer,
Yeah, I don't see anything positive in this guy.
No, you were there for the bee story,
I'm gonna
right?
be real.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of tuned out during that one as much as I could. I mean, it was fascinating. I didn't know about those things or those applications specifically, so I did have to listen in the interest of science, but I didn't enjoy any of it.
Right.
So
me
now,
neither.
if I remember correctly, you were complimenting me. I love the compliment.
Oh yeah, no, I was definitely complimenting you. You look like Jared Leto auditioning for Gremlins.
So there was a moment of magic there, and I know magic, and it seems to have chaos, possibly.
What I meant to
Just a
say is,
little bit.
you look beautiful.
Well, I think we can work with that. We can. How about you? What you been up to?
Well, mostly drinking and shooting. Making deals with the devil.
Deals with the devil? Now, I always said you're never going to get up to any good.
Well,
Now you brought the devil in there?
He's always in there, darling. He just, I gave him a better way to get out.
Well, ain't that the truth? Devil's in the details, huh?
That's what they say.
You keep the details to yourself.
Bastard wanted a piece of me from the very beginning, so I just beat him to the punch and gave it to him. This is his. Everything else is mine. Unless I let him out.
You're just so important to the devil, huh?
No.
You
No,
are
but-
important to other people, you know.
And I would not have gotten to see you or other people again had it not been for the deal. That was more important to me than my own soul. Don't need that thing anyway, wasn't using it.
Sounds like you ran out of people protecting you, taking care of you. You got yourself in trouble, and you turned to the wrong folk. But that's none of my business.
When you're standing at the gallows and they got that rope around your neck, there's only one way you can turn that's going to get any results. And I promise you, praying to God ain't the way. All I could think about was I wasn't going to see you again. So I took the deal. Worth every penny I asked Shorty.
Whew. Heavy conversation. And now that you spent so much time getting them all right into the positions you wanted them to be in on the slider. How about we system shock them and change it up just a little bit? I mean, you did get me 2 of those, and I got 1 to use. I'm going to go ahead and use one. I'm going to start over there with Coyote McLeod and Rage Rhonda and see what happens. Let's go ahead and just blend the 2 of you together and see what happens when we get Rhonda Coyote action. Because we're not over-sexualizing everything in this entire episode.
Who would do that?
I thought that's
Which
exactly
one
what
of
we were
us
doing.
would do
What
that?
kind of a... Nah.
No, I don't think so.
It's a good thing this isn't a family
Nothing
show.
sexual, Mandy.
Nothing sexual.
Yeah, nothing sexual, including in chat. How about over there with Beaumont and Jonah Mox? We're just going to shift you all the way to the other side and let Jonah Mox have his say.
Oh, stamp.
And see how talented Jonah Mox is at the art of romance.
No.
Oh, was that romance?
For Beaumont, I think it was, yeah.
I think it was too. I was actually getting a little heated over here, but that might be the weather.
Let's go all the way back to full avatar for Doc Vandal and let Paul get to the back seat. Riding around in that head is not a comfortable place for Paul to be in.
Yep.
And then down here at the end with Shane and Princess Hedgehog, we're going to shift you all the way over into Princess Hedgehog.
All right. Let's do this.
At least it won't be a total disaster when you interact with Jonah Mox now.
What are you talking about? I think that went well.
And at this point, you've been riding for quite a ways and are about ready to set up camp. You should reach your destination of Butte City tomorrow, Coyote. It might be time to let these posse members in on what exactly you had planned.
Well, everybody comfy?
I mean, we're sitting on rocks, so yeah.
I mean, I'm on so much, formaldehyde right now. I could sleep anywhere.
It's not exactly what I'm accustomed to, although recently we have been kind of slumming it, so no, I'm fine.
I'm not a big fan of sleeping in the dirt. I have to keep in mind that I am safely in a pod right now. That sounds great, right?
Well,
Kind of a weird thing to say, but I did pick the nicest rocks I could find. So, they're all kind of bed shaped. So, you're welcome.
let's
That's mighty kind of you. I'm good over here, though.
Now, if you'll notice, we are quite a ways away from any other camps, so that we may discuss what has brought us together today. You know, the heist.
Yeah, we figured it was a heist of some kind. That does make a lot of sense.
I'm very excited about this. It could be a lot of fun.
But we don't have detail one on what it is we're supposed to be stealing.
Well, that's because I'm the one who has all the information.
Well,
so I'm
spit it out, Rhonda. Come on.
All right. Coyote McLeod is my name.
Yeah, it's a euphemism.
Right.
It's like I don't know, like that English rhyming slang. It's like that.
Like cocky? Like cockney?
Well, you know how everybody has a nickname, right? Like so obviously Coyote is her real name and Rhonda is a nickname that we sometimes call her. You know, it's been a long time.
You know,
since
actually,
we
I'm kind of curious about that. Was it your mother or your father that decided to name you Coyote?
Oh, definitely my daddy.
Definitely your daddy. Okay.
That's because I started chewing on his leg when he hit my mama. Ran him right out of town. First dead shot I ever did, my daddy.
That's really scary, but so telling.
There's just so much to look up to here.
Agreed. Oh, P.S. We probably have like a bunch of stuff to talk about that we're not talking about.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a communication thing is.
Oh yeah, man, not a good
like,
communicator. This one.
Do you want to like get in the middle, and get in the middle?
You know that sounds way hotter than it probably should. But at some point, yeah, we need to do that
should do
before.
that.
Yeah,
For that.
we'll make them talk. They'll be
For
so
that.
screwed.
Oh my gosh,
This
guys,
is the
we're
part
so
where
good
it's
at that.
They're basically like interdimensional matchmakers.
Yeah, a little bit. Take them to couples counseling.
Oh, or just have them hash
Oh.
some shit out. We know counseling doesn't work. That's the beginning and the end. Everyone knows that.
Oh, I don't know. I wholeheartedly believe in.
You ever done couples counseling?
Well, no. We don't really couples where I come from, but I do believe that help is
Us
help.
either. Okay,
Oh,
no.
well, you and I have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, weird.
Anyway,
So the
that's
job.
the job.
Eyes forward.
Eyes forward.
Yeah, this is the part where I tell you about the hat. Okay.
Well, it's got all of the enthusiasm of the Rhonda, but all of the accent of the
I
Coyote.
know, it's amazing.
That's called blending two characters.
Oh, is that what that's called? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Neat. We'll have to try that at some point.
What in the goddamn you get to the point, would you kindly?
Okay, all right, y'all. So, outside of Butte, there are. Okay, you guys know about Ghost Rock, right?
Yeah.
Sounds spooky.
Doc over
I like
here
it.
snorting.
Snorts it, drinks it, huffs it.
Outside. Sorry, go ahead. Yeah, that stuff you keep drinking and smoking.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it.
Yes.
So
Super expensive.
around here in Butte and Helena, there are these huge deposits of ghost rock. And they are going to be delivered to a house in Butte City. So there is a warehouse there, and then there's going to be a train, and the train's going to take the ghost rock. But the only problem is we've got a lot of people that are going to cover this gigantic shipment of sweet ghost rock. So we've got the Iron Dragon employees, we've got Pinkerton mercenaries, we got members of the Shan Band Triad, so y'all know it's going to be pretty sticky.
Triads and Pinkertons.
Like, how many of those, just from past experience, are likely to be Galvanic Collective people?
Are they taking that shipment? Is that the idea? Are they the ones guarding that shipment?
I mean, it seems like something they'd be totally into. I mean, the doctor here is into it.
How big a shipment are we talking about? Like a car full? Like
Oh, we're talking several carloads full.
So now, follow-up question, how would we move it all? Because, like, I know I'm strong, like, I got the guns, but, like, how would we, if we just stole it from the train, we wouldn't be able to. Oh my gosh.
We'd have to steal the whole train.
We stealing the whole train, y'all. All we gotta do is take that sweet little train west, a little Walla, where I got myself a buyer. Now, he might not be of the most up and up, but he's willing to take it off our hands for $500,000, y'all. That is enough for every single one of us to live out the rest of our life, rich as kings, queens, and everything in between.
Well, Beaumont's in. $500,000, all he's thinking about is this farm with a windmill. He's about it.
Oh, I got a whole thing about a windmill.
Me too.
Oh,
They need to talk.
yeah. Shane's heart's just like pitter-pattering right now.
But I mean, that's a shitload of money here, right?
Well, especially if they join forces, right? Like, financially, it makes sense for them.
Rhonda, how much money is that in, like, say, galactic credits?
Yeah! That conversion, let me just do calculations real fast.
Because me, Jonomox, doesn't quite get how much this is.
Conscience, how much is that in galactic credits?
100 million or more?
100 million?
Okay.
That would be about
So
100
how do we
million
get
in those
those
silly little
back to
things called galactic credits.
No, now I'm on board, too. So...
And it would be wrong to steal from our avatars, but like...
No, but the Ghost Rock is magic, right? Like, isn't that what makes the magic go here?
It's magic as hell, my man. You should know that.
Yeah.
I want magic.
I do
I
know
love
that.
Magic.
I don't use a ton of it with what I do because of the whole devil thing.
Satan.
But that, I don't know if it's Satan. I think it's just the devil.
The devil?
It's like a different thing.
Old scratch.
Yeah.
You know? I see.
Very different kind of concept.
So anyway, we've got to steal a train
Rhonda,
and then get these crazy kids together. That's it.
here's my educated guess as somebody who has robbed a lot of things, including trains. All of them. Everybody.
What's that?
All of them.
Everyone's gonna be
Opposite-
against us.
No, not all of the trains, but those triads
Yeah.
and those Pinkertons.
Well, what we are hoping is that we can get a train out of town before
All of them.
show up. So we
Right.
want them to show up and have nothing to guard and no idea where we went.
Who technically has legal possession of the Ghost Rock?
Technically, the Ghost Rock is being delivered to the Iron Dragon Rail House.
Okay, so definitely them.
Yeah.
Get as many of those guys as they can. They probably got the Pinkertons that are aboard and probably all of the triads that are aboard too. We gotta assume that everybody that we're dealing with on this train is them.
I mean, the assumption is that some of them have shown up cavalry.
They're doing one last heist. They're doing one last heist. They're doing one last. Get this. Okay, we've been really screwing these guys. Every time they go somewhere, we go there too, and we keep kicking them in the balls. They needed a really big score to get back up to speed, and this is a huge score by any stretch. I mean, this is a crap ton of magic, right?
So what you're saying is that every single person that we are likely to run up against, it could be them?
If they think that it's us and not just 4 regular outlaws, which I don't think we are 4 regular outlaws. These guys have been around the block. once or
We're the
twice.
best of the best.
The best of the best. See,
That's
Doc knows
one.
what's up.
Yeah, kinda.
So yeah, we got to assume that they're gonna know we're coming.
We're off.
Oh, man.
I mean, I think the assumption is
We're
that
offline.
We're off, Elise.
We'll be a minute.
Buffering,
Okay.
suffering.
What's going on with my microphone, Mark? Because I didn't.
It's me.
Are you dragging it through gravel? Because that's what it sounds
That's
like.
literally what it sounds like. And I'm getting told by 1,000 people
Aw.
about every single problem.
See, Leo used to have to deal with this all the time.
I don't know. it hasn't been like that the whole time, has it?
No.
Not enough.
About the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh.
It's fine.
I'm just using the built-in mic on the laptop, so I don't know what.
Maybe an angry bee flew in it.
It just sounds like wind's blowing across it.
I'm covered in bees.
Are you outside?
Hell.
Yeah. It does sound like you're outside.
I'm not. I think the fan kicked on my laptop, and there's kind of nothing I can do about that. But I'll see if I can. Blah blah blah.
Well, guys, unfortunately, I do not have a solution to this issue. The stream goes on and then off. It is unstable. Mark is not answering. I don't know what to do. I apologize.
You think you can get us on long enough to say goodnight?
Just let us know when we're back on.
Okay. It's just super unstable.
Weird.
Skipping, but we're seeing.
Skipping, but they're seeing us. Okay.
I blame.
It's like in and out. It'll be on for about 3 seconds and then it'll cut.
Oh,
Right
we're up
you're
now.
on.
Seems to be back up.
seems to
Yeah.
be
Hey
back up.
guys, because of the technical issues happening by Twitch, we're gonna end the episode at this particular point. You're not really missing too much more of it as we were just there at the end. We're gonna pick up right back here when we come back next week. I want you to make sure that you check out the Reliables Twitter, the Reliables website. Check out the Ultimate Dungeon Showdown Kickstarter that Zoe is running right now to renew Zoe.
You're on.
I'm gonna keep trying and keep talking and hope you get my messages. There's also a gamers Q&A tomorrow, right? Isn't that right?
That may be moving to the weekends.
Okay.
I've heard.
Well, keep an eye out
I've
for
heard
that
mixed
Gamers
things
Q&A.
about what's actually going on with that. I will know hopefully very, very soon.
And then, Void Jumpers is on Wednesday, Zoe Game Night on Thursday. Don't miss those. There's also TFN with all kinds of great content. And we will be back next week. Thank you guys so much for joining us and for contributing and taking part. We love you. Good night.
Night.